guys ready for a premium poker vlog? Here you got it. These two sessions happen at the Hard Rock after I got my job at Derby Lane. And the first one goes like this. So I'm sitting at Hard Rock playing against these two drunk brothers. I have absolutely no information on them. Otherwise, I would have doubled up first hand. To put things in perspective, this is how they played a hand together. This hand, the older brother, in early position, raises to $20. 3 people called. His younger brother called in the big blind, and the flop comes Queen 3-5 with 2 clubs. It's checked to the guy who raised pre-flop. He c-bets $115. It folds to his brother who calls 115. The turn comes a 9, they both check. The river comes a 7, they both check. They both show ace-6 offsuit with no club. The aggressive brother said, "I understand why you called," and the other brother said, "I understand why you bet." Had I known this, I would have called everything. The first hand I get dealt, I get 8-7 offsuit in middle position. The raiser pre-flop is the more passive younger brother, which I didn't know at the time. He makes it $15. I call, so does the 3 other people. Flop comes 5-5-7. Big blind, which is a different person, leads out for $20. The passive brother calls. I make it 50 to see where I'm at. It folds to the first bettor who folds. Well, I'm like, okay, he just let out with nothing. The younger brother back raises to 285. I said, either you have pocket kings or 8-6 suited. I have no history with you, so I fold face up. He shows 8-6 suited. I'm like, that's it. And I lose 3 buy-ins setting traps and playing big, making big plays before this last $300 buy-in. And then this run of hands occurred. So I start this hand with $298. Ace 3 of spades I have in the big blind. Under the gun straddles for 5. 4 people called. I call to set the trap for the straddler. Straddler goes for it, makes it $15. 4 people all call. I raise to the big blind to $85. Everybody folds, but the small blind, who's the younger passive brother, tells his brother, "I'll get this guy for you." Flop comes Jack 3 deuce. I nail the flop with a pair of 3s with a backdoor steel wheel draw. He shows me 10-9 offsuit before I get to even bet. I told him not to bet, and I show him my 3. So I told him, let me bet before you get to suck out. He ships it before I get to do anything with 10 high for $213 effective. I call the same time he puts his chips out. I hold with a pair of 3s for a $600 plus pot. Later, I have $600 effective with Jack 3 of hearts in the cutoff. The straddle under the gun, there's a straddle with 5 limps. I make it $35 and I announce I have pocket 3s. 4 people call and the flop comes Jack 3-4 with 2 diamonds and a club. Big blind bets for $20, inflating this already inflated pot. And the passive brother calls for $20. I raise to $115 and I tell them, and I say, did you not hear what I said pre-flop? So I also tell the people that this $115 is a $5 discount and that I should have made it $120. The initial bettor had a 4-card flush draw that he announced out loud and said he doesn't feel that it's coming, then folded. The passive brother calls. The turn comes a 6 of hearts, the river comes a 9 of clubs, it goes check, check. The flush draw actually didn't come. And brother shows king 4 of clubs for middle pair with a backdoor flush draw, backdoor 2-pair draw, trip draw, that all bricked. He basically said after the hand, if any club or bettor came on the turn, he's shoving for 500 effective. Yeah. Another hand, I get 7-5 of diamonds from under the gun plus 1. I call after the passive brother straddles for $5. The aggressive brother raises to $30 from middle position. Both me and the other brother call. Flop is gin for me. 5-8 jack, all off suit. I hit bottom pair, which should be the best hand. Checks to the raiser, who c-bet $60. I think about jamming before he sucks out somehow to secure this $100 profit, but I chicken out and call. And the other brother folds. The turn is a 9, which is even better for his range and less for mine. I still don't think he has much. He bets 125, I snap call. River comes a 10. At this point, I know I got screwed. I don't know how, but I know I got screwed. We both check. He shows me 10-6 of hearts for a pair of 10s on the river. He had a backdoor straight draw on the flop. Soon after, I hit a boat against him, and I take him for half his stack. He basically called me 2 streets down with a draw for a total of half his stack when I flopped a boat, and he mucked the river. I was in for 820 and out for 1146. This second crazy thing happened when one of my coworkers at Derby Lane was playing Omaha on the same table as me. I have 10-7-3-3 single suited in the under the gun +1. My coworker straddles to $5. I raise to 10 and tell him not to re-raise because I'm a maniac. 5 people call, then he pots it. I repot it. Folds back to him, he repots it, goes all in for 300 effective, exactly 300, because he just rebought after I busted him. The board runs out, Jack 6-6-8 deuce. He announces ace high. I show 3-3 and told him not to bluff a maniac in Omaha. So I scoop a $600+ pot in Omaha as well with pair of 3s. And the table went crazy, and he told everyone at work the next day what I did to him. And then, so about a month after that hand happened, I quit my job because I wanted to play poker full time. And the most crazy bluff I pulled and the most crazy bluff I called happened within this last week. So, the first one, I'm at Hard Rock playing 1-2 with this drunk player that seems to be a 2-5 player because of the bet sizes that he chooses. I have pocket 8s and raise to $15 from middle position. I get 2 callers. Flop comes 3-4-5. I bet $40. First caller folded. The drunk dude called the flop. The turn comes a 3. Now the board reads 3-3-4-5. I said to the drunk guy, "What do you have? King 6 suited?" Then I bet $60. He quickly raises to $150 with 6 green chips. I snap call. The river comes a queen. He said, You're willing to call anything, aren't you?" I told him I'm a billionaire and money doesn't mean anything to me. He quickly moves all in for my effective stack size of $425, and I said to him, "Sorry you missed your straight draw," and I called. He showed Jack 6 suited, so I basically nailed his hand. This hand happened in my hometown. I have 5-3 offsuit with a reckless image. Middle position raises to $10. My friend re-raises to $25, and I call from the button. Middle position calls. Flop comes 6-4 queen with 2 clubs. I have open-ended straight draw. Middle position on the flop shoves for $26. My friend raises to $110. I call. Turn is a 3 of hearts. I improve to a pair. Still got my open-ended. Any 3, any 5, I still win. My friend bets $210. I call. River comes a jack of clubs. My friend shakes his head, talks just jibber jabber whatever, and then checks. I shove for $425. He folds kings after 20 seconds of thought out loud, and then with a king of clubs as well. So after he folds, I take the side pot of a massive amount, and I announce any pair is good for the main pot. He shows 8s. I muck my hand. The whole table goes wild. And that's what you got. So hopefully I'll be coming out some more videos. Peace.